Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting haul for you guys. I said in the previous haul that I was going to do one specifically for graphic novels and manga and picture books, I believe. So this is it. I still have a couple that are coming in the mail. So I'm just gonna throw those all together with the other books in another haul because I just can't wait to show you what I have here. This is my first time reading graphic novels and manga. I just was never attracted to them for some reason. Like, I don't know, I saw people reading graphic novels and manga and I was like, no, that's not for me. And I read my first one, like I have a bunch. And there was one specific book that I just couldn't wait anymore, and I read it and I was like, what kept me away from these gems all this time? I don't know. I honestly don't know because I freaking loved it. I love graphic novels. So if you have any recommendations for any good ones that I don't feature here, please let me know because I'm looking for more because I'm just in love. So if you want to see the graphic novels that I have here, just keep on watching. So I'm gonna start with these two that are by the same author, and she is Jen Wang. And we have Stargazing right here. They are so cute. Like, just looking at these covers kind of just puts you in a good mood. So for a lot of these, I don't know exactly what they're about, but let's read this. Okay, so this looks like it's about friendship, just like a very strong friendship. And I love that one of the characters is named Moon. Like, moon reads like that. That is the purpose, in case you were wondering what the moon in my moon reads is. It's just that I like moons. I have a tattoo of a moon on my foot because that's just how much I love them. It's just like this, but it's just black. I love moons. I love looking at it. Not for any particular reason or other than I find them beautiful. So yeah, this is Stargazing by Jen Wang. Then also by Jen Wang, we have The Prince and the Dressmaker. Oh, this is so cute. So I think that this one is about a prince that likes to use dresses. So they hire the dressmaker and she makes some dresses for him. So like, that sounds so cool. I am so excited for these. And I love that they're paperback and they're floppy. Like I said, floppy paperbacks are my favorite thing. And they just smell like, I love the smell of books. Ever since I can remember, since I was a little kid, one of my favorite scents, even when we picked up textbooks for school, I remember that I would get the books and I would just immediately open them and be like smelling them because I'm just weird like that, but they just smell so good. But yeah, I'm super excited to get to this one because it's such an interesting premise. But yeah, that's The Prince and the Dressmaker. Okay, so now we have these two, and they're so cute. I'm gonna keep saying that they're cute because they are. These are by Katie O'Neill and it's the Tea Dragon Society. Look at how beautiful this is. This one's pretty short. It's like really big and hardcover, but it's really short. And this one I read like the day I received it. I was just so excited for it. Let's see, let me find you like a really good representation of just how cute the illustrations in here are. Like, look at her. Look at her hair. I love her hair. So yeah, basically these are some little dragons that will give you tea. It sounds so weird when you say it like that, but they're these little dragons that will give you tea, and it's like a dying art. So the main, like our main character wants to get into like having a dragon of her own. And then the second one is the Tea Dragon Festival. I have not read this one, but it's just as beautiful. And this one is actually bigger. Let me put them side by side just so you can see the difference. It is quite bigger. So this is the Tea Dragon Festival, which is a companion story. So like I said, I haven't read it, but from the looks of it, it looks like there are different characters in here. So maybe it's like the same topic, obviously with the tea dragons, but with just some different characters. But if you're looking for something very light, fluffy, it's not gonna be like, you know, anything like super deep, but it does have a really good message. But it's just something that's really easy and quick and fun to kind of get your mind off of things. Then definitely I recommend this comic. I definitely recommend these graphic novels because they are really beautiful. Now we have this little cutie, and it is by Katie O'Neill as well, and this is Dewdrop. But again, like, there's no other way to describe these as just being like the cutest illustrations ever. Let's again turn down this brightness so you guys can see the illustrations. And I think that she's an axolotl. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that she or he, I don't know. But I think it's an axolotl. Here we have little Dewdrop. Oh, yeah, it's so beautiful. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. I mean, you can read this in one sitting. It's super short, but just looking at these pictures brings me joy. So I hope that they can bring you some joy as well. Okay, so next we have Nightlights by Lorena Alvarez. And this is another one that just has the cutest but kind of creepy illustrations. Like, she looks kind of creepy. I don't know, but yeah, it's really cute. I think that this is like considered for children. I'm not sure. Let's see. Every night, tiny lights appear out of the darkness in Sandy's bedroom. She catches them and creates wonderful creatures to play with until she falls asleep. And in the morning, she brings them back to life in her whimsical drawings. When a mysterious new girl appears at school, Sandy's drawings are noticed for the first time. But Morphe's fascination with Sandy's talent soon turns into something far more sinister. Is this for children? That sounds really creepy, actually. And some of the images in here are kind of creepy. So I'm gonna try to do like a vlog reading graphic novels. So I will let you know, or once I read it in a wrap up or something, I will let you know if this was a children's book or not, because that sounds kind of creepy. Okay, next we have Seconds by Brian Lee O'Malley. And this is another one that I really love. It's a hardcover, but look under the dust jacket. I'm sorry that the ring light is kind of coming back, but I love that the dust jacket doesn't cover completely, so you can kind of see the actual book underneath. I really like it. And this is the author of the Scott Pilgrim series. I've never actually read the comics, but I do really love the Scott Pilgrim movie. I don't know why it's so underrated. I love it. It's just a weird movie, I know, but I don't care. So yeah, excited. I've heard pretty good things about it. And I mean, Scott Pilgrim, I don't think he can go wrong. Like, let's see this let me down after I just said that. Okay, now we have these three, and I love that they match. Like, they're from the same publisher, so they do match in volumes, but obviously they're different graphic novels. So we have Alex and Ada by Jonathan Luna and Sarah Vaughn. So I know that this has to do with like artificial intelligence and like an android. So that's all I know about it. That's all I want to know. Don't like to know much when I go into a book. So this is the first one. Then we have Snot Girl. And the first time I heard about this, I was like, Snot Girl? Because when you look at it from afar, like, you know, she's just a girl with green hair. Okay. But then when you look closely at it, like, she actually has snot coming out of her nose. Like, let's see if you can see it. Can you see the snot coming out of her nose? So hopefully we get an explanation in the book about why, because I kind of skimmed through it and she is snotty all over the book. Like, there are a lot of pages where like snot is running down her nose. So hopefully there's an explanation, or maybe we're just supposed to be okay with her. I mean, what if she just has allergies? Then we have this really beautiful cover, and it is Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan, Cliff Chang, Matt Wilson, and Jared Fletcher. And this is volume 1. I really, really love this cover. And I saw a video recommendation of graphic novels, and I think the person compared this to like Stranger Things, but with like newspaper delivery girls. I've never watched Stranger Things, but I kind of have an idea of what it is. So yeah, it gives those vibes, definitely. So I'm excited to read it, and if I like it, I'm gonna get an edition that I saw that's like a bind up. I'm gonna show you because I have one of those bind ups here, and it's a bind up of just multiple editions in a hardcover book, and the covers for those are stunning, just stunning. So if I end up liking this, then I will definitely pick the books up, and instead of just buying the individual volumes, because it's a lot more expensive this way. And now we have one of the most suggested manga of all time, or manga author in general, and that is Uzumaki by Junji Ito. I have not read this, but I skimmed through it, and it is so creepy. So creepy. If you don't know, Junji Ito writes horror, and basically this one, Uzumaki, is about spirals. So spirals on everything. Like, you just skim through this and there are spirals everywhere. Like, look at that. That's creepy. But I'm excited. Like I said, I said in my previous video, I do want to read a little bit more horror and mystery and all of that. So maybe reading it like this, I don't know if it's gonna help me or not, because at least if you're reading it in a regular book, you're not really seeing a picture. Here you're getting graphic. Like, there are some pictures here that I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I'm really excited because I've actually heard so many great things about it. So this says spiral into horror. And then I saved the best for last. Okay, I think that if you've ever seen a graphic novel recommendation video, this has to be in it. I don't think I've ever seen a graphic novel recommendation video without this in it. So if you haven't seen it by now, you probably can guess. Like, if you are a graphic novel fan, or if you've seen a lot of graphic novel recommendations, you can probably guess what this is. Can you guess? I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to see if you can guess the book that I'm talking about. Just give you a second. Okay, did you think? Did you actually think? Did you get it? Let's see. It is Saga. I don't know if I should be covering this. Should I? I mean, it's a baby breastfeeding. I don't think we should be covering it. But this is the type of bind up that I was talking about earlier with Paper Girls. This is a bind up. So instead of being in volumes like these other ones, let me show you. Okay, so these editions actually come in volumes. So you can see the volume 1 right here, and you can buy them individually whenever they come out. So I took a risk and I decided to buy the book. So instead of volumes, this is divided by books. So this is book 1, and you get volumes 1 through 18, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, 1 through 18 in here. But I do have to say, this is a very adult graphic novel. Just because you see a baby on the front doesn't mean that this is for kids. It is very mature. It has very mature content. It is very graphic in what it shows, but definitely if you're of the age, pick it up because it is as good as you've been hearing. Absolutely amazing. My first like official like, you know, big girl graphic novel was this, and it just exceeded my expectations. It's amazing. Oh, and by the way, it's by Brian Vaughn and Fiona Staples. She is the illustrator. I do have a full-time job, so I don't have all the time in the world to just sit down and read. So my reading time is limited to my afternoons and the nights. Also why moon reads, because I do have to read by the moon because I don't have any other time to read. So I read this so quickly, like in the little times that I had to read, I was always picking this up because it was so addicting. By the way, just so you know, if it is something that you're going to be interested in, Saga is about, it's set in space, and it's about these two lovers, and they're from like enemy planets, or enemy, because I think one is from like a moon. Let's just say enemy planets. They're from enemy planets, and they fall in love, and they have a baby, and they have to escape because they're not supposed to be together, and they're looking for them to destroy them because they can't be a little happy family because they have to be enemies. So it's just the story of them trying to escape and confronting so many different problems and so many people that don't want them to be together and don't want them to be alive. And it's so good. Like, it's honestly so good. Pick it up. You're not gonna regret it. Oh, and by the way, I don't know why I thought that this lipstick was like the right choice for this video, because it's also colorful, that I was like, I need to put on like a bright lipstick and a weird lipstick. It was just fitting. And then I put on my Villains t-shirt. I just love this. Like, look at this. It says stand with us, and then it's just the Villains. I am definitely more a fan of the villain. I'm more of a villain than a princess. Not because I'm a bad person, but I just identify with them more. I think they're more relatable. They have more relatable traits than princesses. I think that happens with a lot of us. Like, we can relate more to a villain than to a princess. But yeah, I just thought that all of this was fitting for this video. I don't know. Just thought that I had to share that with you guys. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, if you have any more recommendations for any graphic novel or picture book or manga that you think I would enjoy, please let me know, because I'm always on the hunt for more. And if you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.